What's up, YouTube? Erod212 here with another video. So what time is it? It's that time. Time for the back nine. Wait till you see today's topic. We're going to be touching on top 10 cold Venom keys to get. Really good list. Like I've been saying in all my other videos, time is hot. You know, it's the right time now to buy some keys that have dipped. Buy them on low. It's the same thing as the stock market. Buy them on low, sell them on high if that's what you're looking to do to buy yourself a bigger key. Or if you're just looking to collect, buy them low, have them in your collection. When they spike up, it always feels better when you bought a book at $10 and now it's a $50 book, doesn't it? Big shout out to my man Ben from CBSI. Amazing website. A link is going to be in the description. Give it a follow. Check out the article on this video in that chat and leave comments on there also, please. Also, big shout out to my man Phil from Vintage Comics and Toys, who accumulates all of this information, puts out the format, sends it to me, and boom, we put it out. He does all the real hard work behind the scenes. Both of those guys are on Whatnot, so give them a follow there. Also, thank you to everybody who showed up at my last Whatnot auction. Had a great time. I really love interacting with you guys. And stay tuned because next Saturday, I'm doing a Bronze Age Spectacular. It's going to be a whole weekend of Bronze Age heavy hitters, and I'm going to be one of the guys leading the pack. I'm going to be giving away an amazing book. Take a look at my Whatnot page and check out the books that I'm going to have up there for auction. It's going to be a killer night, all Bronze Age goodness. Matter of fact, there's a link in the description. Use that link, and first time you make your purchase, you get $10 off of your order. All right. So without holding this up anymore, let's take a look at the first one. All right. So Phil says, we will not be doing our job if we were not letting the community know that many comics are going on a dip. In general, many comics are down, and not only from last year's record highs, but also from highs from this year. With this being the case, there are still books that present a good opportunity as the comic market figures itself out. Our friend Eva suggests we do cold keys to recommend an excellent idea. So why not do Venom keys? Once upon a time, Venom 3 third prints hit $1,000 at one point before going down to $300 early this year and is now back over $500. We will be doing some cold key lists to recommend in the future, so stay tuned. Also, please let us know your picks down below in the comments. So like I said, man, cold keys to me are the way to go. And thank you guys. We had a little brainstorming, just coming up with new topics, and they had some great ideas. I threw a couple of my little ideas out there. And also, I'm not coining the word cold keys because my boy the Pressable Defects said that first. Just a shout out to the Pressable Defects on that because kudos where kudos is, and they're the first guys to start using it in the YouTube videos and community. And now, often imitated, never duplicated, right, guys? So, cold keys are the way to go. Just like I was talking the other day about those Bronze Age X-Men after 142. And start picking up books like that because that's the way to shop right now. Always trying to shop and stay one step ahead of everybody else. You know what? Before I start with the books, I'm just going to do this. We're going to be doing a giveaway on this book over here. And this is Bounty Hunters Alpha. There are only 600 copies of this book that were printed. And this is a comicbook.com exclusive. And we'll be giving it away to one lucky person. All you have to do is leave a like, be subscribed to my channel, and leave a comment in this video. And next video, I'll randomly select somebody, and we'll give away this book. All right, so now let's take a look at our first pick and get to the meat and potatoes of this. All right, so Steve Horn goes with Venom number 9. It's the first Dylan. Dylan is firmly established in the comics, and when he may come and go over the years, it will be too tempting for writers to not use him. As for the movies, actors age, and it's hard to believe the Venom mantle won't be refreshed with a younger actor down the road. He's Eddie's son is an all too convenient way to do that. And I like Dylan. I thought Dylan, when written, was something really fresh and a new take to what we've had with Venom and anti-Venom and everything else. It was a new perspective. Donny Cates killed it. It was just a good story out there. And watch, Dylan will be back. And let's take a look at the next book, all right? Because the next book is my man, Mighty Mel V. And he goes with Venom number 3, the third print, first null. Once $1,000 book, and prices have dipped to affordable levels. First Null, who's going to be around for a while, and fans love him as a villain, and the print run on third prints is low enough for collectors to get collectors' peak interest again. Man, I remember, funny story, I was at Midtown Comics, and I was there for an autograph signing, and I looked on the wall, and these were sitting on the wall at that point. I grabbed 3 copies back then. If I only knew that. I think I let one go for like $25. But you know what? In hindsight, I still made money on my book, but that's a great book right there. I have not seen a villain as accepted by the community and as, shall we say, beloved as Null was. It was just a fresh, exciting villain that we had not seen, in the Marvel Universe in a long time. Okay, Josiah Sacampo goes with Amazing Spider-Man number 299. It's the first cameo of Venom. First appearance or cameo. Venom appears in the final panel in full, proclaiming that he is Venom. However, ASM number 300 gets all the glory. You can do your due diligence and find several nice copies below $100. However, the time is ticking. VF and Neomint are sneaking past 150. When ASM number 300 gets crazy to obtain, 98 going past 5K, people will flock to number 299. 98s are around $800. That's a good pick. I like that book a lot. And it's that tough white background there. And the same thing with this one with the back cover on these, I believe it's that black, which gets oil on the fingertips, and it's just a tough book to get in a 9.8. So it's a sweet book. If you can find this book on the cheap, definitely grab it. And then Jack Kornblatt goes with one that I did not read. It's Spider-Man Presents Anti-Venom number 1. First Anti-Venom solo. First solo titles are generally great. First solo titles are great investments, and this book is pretty cheap right now, making it a great buy low, sell high opportunity. What was I just saying before? Buy low, sell high. It's that whole stock market mentality. It's with everything. That's a good pick. Anti-Venom was another good villain right there for a while that clamored to the Spider-Man people. And now we're going to go look at Terry Harkness, who goes with Quasar number 6, Early Venom. Not many people know about this book when Venom was hitting hard, so not a bad idea to get in a book that you could get more of a look later. I didn't even know this book existed. I did not read Quasar when it was out. It was one of those boring titles to me. So to know that there's an early Venom appearance in, you actually see him on the cover of that. I mean, if you look at that slide, he's right there, bottom cover. Kind of like what they did with him in 298, is it? And now Jason Shaw goes with Venom number 4, the third print, Origin of the Necro Sword. Cover appearance of the sword helps a lot for this Origin issue. Affordable at $50 and should be chased for those who love to collect. Great cover, too. And just a great cover. Like that cover a lot. And now Peter Renner goes with Spider-Man Family number 1, the first planet of the symbiotes, Clintar. Let's go off the beaten path and do Spider-Man Family number 1. First appearance of the symbiote planet Clintar. It may be a cameo, but it's still fun footnote. Who knows where they may go with the third Venom flick. There's a B cover too. Take a look at that B cover if you get the chance, because it's a pretty cool cover. That cover there doesn't catch me too much, but it was kind of the way they were drawing it. It's like the way Mike Zeck was drawing Spider-Man back then, a Secret Wars type of look to him. It was okay. Doesn't really catch my eye appeal, but still, that's a good spec right there. I like that a lot. And now let's take a look at Mike Morello, who picks a classic, man. How do you not have this book? Amazing Spider-Man number 569, the Adi Granov variant. It's the first Anti-Venom. If there's still room for me, I like the ASM 569 Adi Granov variant. Still a masterful image of Venom, and on the book for first Anti-Venom cameo. They can be had raw for as little as $40 to $50 in nice shape. There used to be a lot more, but the reprinted use of the image on Venom number 1 drove prices down, and they stayed there. The original is still much better, and I suspect people will circle back around to it. I mean, just look at that. The way it looks like Venom drips. It's crazy how good this cover is. This picture actually does it no justice. This is one of my all-time favorite when they did those villain variants right there, and you had the anti-Venom, you had Venom, you had the Green Goblin one, and they did the negative Green Goblin. All nice books to chase. Take a look at those covers. There are some kick-ass covers on that, man. Ali goes with Venom #4, first cameo of Bedlam. He's shown up in several issues now, but his first appearance is sitting below cover. Below cover. How can you not pick up a villain at below cover? We're flocking to the stores nowadays and buying every first appearance. I mean, look at what happened last week with Miles Morales and his sister grown up in another universe type of thing. Everybody just went ballistic for that book and flew off the shelves real fast. So that's a good pick. Here's a great pick right here. Marvel Collectible Classics #1, Amazing Spider-Man #300, reprinted. It's also the chromium. It's considered the chromium cover. Back in the, I think it was the 90s, or maybe in 2000s, Marvel did a reprint of this in the X-Men series. And they did this cover here, which is the best one to chase after. And there are a couple in the X-Men titles that are not as pricey, but still command a nice value for this. Great cover. And Phil says, I feel like this book could take off even more with the recent infatuation of foil covers. I think this is a must-get for every collector that buys 300 homage covers. They don't come up too often, too. Yeah, these books are kind of white whales. You know what? I think Roger from 3 Men in the Basement might have that, because he's the 300 homage guy. He collects them all. A little too much for my blood, but man, I collect stuff that nobody else collects too. So you know what? It's all about what you like. I actually pick up the foils for the X-Men, to be honest with you, because they're just that good. So those are the picks the guys pick, you know. And I'm going to show you my pick. But before I show you my pick, what do you think of this one here? This is pricey right now, but if you can get your hands on this Clayton Crane is amazing. One of Crane's best, and it maintains its value. A couple of the Venom variants that Crane did maintain their value. And now let me show you guys my pick over here, right? And I go with Venom #7. It's the 1 in 10 hidden variant, and excuse the typo. It's the first cameo of Dylan Brock. Can't have the first full. You've got the cameo. Now, what makes this interesting, the way you can tell it's the hidden, is that the tongue is sticking out on this book. In the original one, his teeth are showing like that, but they're clenched. His mouth is clenched, no tongue sticking out. I think the first cameo of Dylan is a smart investment, and when you can get a ratio variant that no one expected, even better. This book was caught a lot of people off guard. I saw a lot of people flocking to the store. I happened to find one on the shelf and just looked at it, and I was like, what's this? Mentioned it to my old LCS when we were going there. Remember that place, Biggies? And there were a couple of copies there, and they took them for the customers. That it was one per. They were very fair with it, but found that book on the wild and then I tried to hit a couple shops, but they were scooped up at that point. News started flying around the internet. You know how it is, real fast. Marvel did a couple of hidden variants, but I think that was the best one because they changed the mouth. Most of them had like blood droplets or some other stuff. That one there with the tongue sticking out, super cool. And affordable right now, but commands a little bit of a premium, especially in a 9A. So those are the picks. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Take a look at these two videos because there's great content in both of these videos. And like I said, Bronx, this Saturday, be there. My boys from the Bronx are running their Bronx Con #3. They're going to have Artist Alley there. Pressable Defects going to be there. New York Warrior guys are going to be there. Just the whole comic community, Kyle's Comics, and a whole bunch of other people coming out there, selling comics, selling toys, cards, and hanging out. That's the best part about it. Who doesn't want to go hang out in the Boogie Down? So on the 11th, if you have nothing going on, why don't you guys stop on over there? And until my next video, peace.